We begin our drawing by using light lines and basic shapes. Don't be afraid to use working lines to even out your shapes. Working lines are sort of like construction lines. Keep them light so you can erase them later. Keeping your lines light, start to shape out the muzzle. Stick with basic shapes such as a circle to begin the eyes. At this point, I start to reassess myself, and I realize that I started the head a little too small, so I'm going to start to revise it. So don't be afraid to get in there with your light lines and reshape and rebuild those lines to get to where you want to be. Right here, I'm starting in with some working lines to make sure the ears are evenly distributed. Notice I'm beginning to use a little bit more pressure with my pencil as I reconstruct these lines. I use my fingers to tone in some of the shading. We all have a little oil on our fingers, and that helps to set the graphite into the paper. I use lines to model the form, and then I use my pencil as a rudimentary measuring tool to measure the distance so that the shapes are symmetrical. I begin to commit to the outside contour lines. Now that the major structural forms are done, I can start adding detail. We'll make this into a one-toothed snagglepuss. Notice how my pencil is sort of like an airplane, circling around until I land in a spot that I want to start to revise. Switch my pencil grip to get a really good solid line on the upper eyelid. I continue to move around, reaffirming lines and emphasizing shading. Most of the work is done, so now I take out my eraser and I start to clean up unnecessary lines. Here is where I start to emphasize the darkest darks. I move back and forth between eraser and pencil to find the darkest darks and the lightest lights.